My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Epic #2. I wrote this song like 2 or 3 years ago. It's called Dying Every Day. The song is called Dying Every Day. So you can see it's me. You know, YouTube has a thing about you using other people's music. When you're dying every day. When you're dying every day. I go around wondering why, never ever saying goodbye. It's alright, it's okay, because I'm dying today. I got some surgery I must face. They tell me I may not see another day after they cut me. But it's alright, it's okay, cause we're dying every day. I'm alright, it's okay, cause I'm dying anyway. It's alright as you can see, cause in death we're all free. Cause in death we're all free. They found my body by the shore. Well, I guess I evened up the score. But it's alright as you can see. In death I'm finally free. No more pain, no more chills. No more soaring over hard to climb hills. It's alright, it's okay, when you're dying it's me. Every day. When you're dying every day. I'm alright, it's okay, when you're dying every day. I'm alright, I'm finally free, cause death is the only way out for me. Death is the only way out for me. At the end you will see, it's okay to be me. It's all over, I didn't survive, but that's okay, I never had a life. It's alright to be free. It's alright to come and say, at my funeral you will all see, I had a hard life, but it was okay for me. It's alright, it's okay, when you're dying every day. It's alright, can't you see, cause in death it's the only way out for me. It's the only way out for me. In closing, life will go on, and you know you must be strong, cause it's alright and it's okay, cause we're all dying every day. We're all dying every day. I wrote this song because I was having a hip surgery, and I posted it before. Nobody gave me any likes or whatever. And in spite of the events yesterday and the fact that we are all dying every day, the whole concept, you know, we going into this world right now against a racist asshat that's leading us to death. You know, after yesterday's little speech that Mr. Trump put up, you know, hey, look, man, the motherfucker is supported by them. Why don't y'all all wake the fuck up? A lady lost her life yesterday. Cities all over the news. Nobody gives a damn that this woman has lost her life. The two assholes that started this, a 15-year-old girl 2 years ago, and some jackass yesterday decided that, okay, somebody wants a statue, somebody don't want a statue. What about the life lost because of the assholes? What about that shit? What do you think their family's going through right now in this moment, knowing they lost their daughter yesterday because some jackass from Ohio, Mommy Ohio, decides to plow his Dodge Challenger through a crowd of fucking people who were against the fucking racist protesters? Oh, what does the leader of the free world says? There's evil on both sides, or many sides. Or let me do it right. This unforeseen event, this is evil on many sides. Many sides. Okay, you know what? Fuck you, buddy. Many sides my ass. This asshat came, he had a raw hair up his ass, and decided to plow down innocent people. 19 people went to the hospital because this douchebag full of dick tits decided that he wanted to plow his Charger and to a crowd of fucking people. Really? And you want to say it's both sides? Get that shit right. The fucking racist asshat from the all-right movement started this shit, and within 20 minutes, fights broke out. Fights broke out because they wanted to keep a motherfucking statue. Now, I'm not going to hold them totally responsible. As I said last night, as I posted last night, or this morning, depending on how you want to look at it, that the young lady that started all this bullshit, the young black girl that started this shit, her and this asshole that started the fucking bullshit yesterday, both of them motherfuckers need to be arrested and held accountable for it. And because it will even out the score. One's black, one's white, both of them lock them the fuck up. Because both of them incited this bullshit. Charlottesville was racist. There's no fucking doubt about that. I ought to know I've been here for 44 years. Come 2 weeks from now, I'll be 44 years old. And I never thought I'd see a day where racism would explode. Now, I have been a victim of racism. I haven't been attacked because most people who know me know I know Kung Fu, and they're not going to be stupid enough to step to a motherfucker who can whoop their ass with his pinky. Alright? But as far as this other bullshit, I made damn sure to stay at home yesterday. Because I knew that this shit was going to blow up. The Klan came here 3 weeks ago. Didn't have a problem. And unfortunately, all the people that were arrested were mostly white people who were doing something for black people, which I appreciate greatly. I respect that shit in all the manner because people are tired of racists. Alright? People are tired of it. Charlottesville has been racist for years, and it took a fucking statue for this shit to blow up, and it didn't even have to go that far. The way to stop racism is pure and simple. Sit your dumb asses down and talk about, oh, well, I hate this guy because of the way he looks. Well, here's a tip for you. You don't like the way I look or anybody else looks? Okay, first, my ancestors were Native American as well as black as well as white. I can't help that. I didn't go to God and say, hey, God, I want to be a mutt. I didn't have that option. And love don't have colors. So if you're a person of multiculturalness like me, it's not your fault that somebody in your family fell in love with someone of a different ethnicity. That shit happens all the time. People throw away good relationships because of racist families won't let them be happy with a motherfucker who loves them and treats them well, and rather than be with somebody of the same color or a different color that treats them like dog shit. That might have been why my fiance left me. Nobody knows this. Nobody told me anything. Nobody gave me a truthful answer. And that's cool. I hope she's happy wherever the fuck she is. I also hope, like her, she's not the one that got hit by the car yesterday and is fucking dead, because that's just fucking wrong. Now, as far as I know, they haven't given an ethnicity or a name of the young lady. They only gave her age, which was 32, which by far exceeds the age of my ex-fiance, because she should be 35, 36 by now. But in that same concept, a person has lost their fucking life over a fucking statue. And I'm sorry for swearing. I am. I'm truly sorry for swearing, but I'm a cusser. I cuss all the time, especially since I stay mad all the time. Now, racism. Racism is something that y'all refuse to combat. We'll try asking some of us victims how we feel about racism. I've been a victim of racism for the majority of my life. And why have I been a victim of racism? Because no one wants to address it. But no way in hell am I going to go up to the Sacagawea statue and put up a big stink that, yeah, Sacagawea is kneeling behind two white men. That's how the statue was made. It's not how it should be, but it's how it is. Now, if they want to correct that problem, here's a simple thing. Replace the statue with a brand new statue of Sacagawea standing in front of Lois and Clark. Have both of them having their guns over her shoulder, pointing at the dangers that is ahead of them while they're pioneering through the wilderness of Virginia to California, which they would not have made it without Sacagawea and her husband. And why is he not in the goddamn fucking statue? So why cause an issue? Just remake the damn thing. What? Nope, that's too much like the right thing to do. So they're just gonna leave little Sacagawea kneeling. We got Lois and Clark, or Lewis and Clark, or whatever the fuck their names is, like this. Superman. Okay, and then there's a Lewis and Clark statue further down the same damn street with an Indian like this, with weapons that look like they could possibly be drawn. It's been a while since I've seen the statue, because usually when I'm driving that way, I'm usually looking at hot, really hot college girls walking to school. Anyway, moving on. For someone to lose their life over a statue is fucking ridiculous. For this asshat to come from Maumee, Ohio, and plow into this lady, again, fucking ridiculous.
He's 20 damn years old. Just threw his damn life away because of fucking racism. This is why I said when I make those videos about people being radicalized, young people, man, don't listen to these dumbasses. This guy will never see freedom. Ever. Second degree murder. They might bump that shit up to first degree murder because people said that he sat there for a while, he revved up his car, he backed it up, and then he gunned the motherfucker into 2 cars, killing a lady, injuring like 19 people or better. Young people, you really want to be radicalized by these dumbasses? You want to be radicalized by ISIS? You want to be radicalized by racists? Y'all all need an island amongst yourselves where you can have the great life that you all dream of. Because in case y'all forgot, in case you forgot, this country belonged to my ancestors first. Before my other ancestors made it with them, and before my other ancestors that were made it or raped by them made it with Native Americans. So had my great-grandmother been right, and the Cherokee tribe and all the other tribes that was on the East Coast swam under the water, poked some holes in the boat so that the fire sticks would not have any fuel to shoot Native Americans, America would be a whole different country. And since my bloodline is mostly Native American, I would probably be a full-blooded Cherokee instead of a mutt like I am today. Am I proud of my heritage? Fuck yes. I'm proud of my heritage, and to someone from each one of the ethnicities that I come from, there's something incredibly fucking stupid. Like yesterday. And you guys might not like this video. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do to change your opinion on that. But here's the hardcore truth. Racism has to stop. Racism is this big. There was no need for it to explode yesterday. But it did. Because apparently, somebody has a raw hair up their asses over statues. So, I beg the 2 people that started this clusterfuck, the young lady, they could have just avoided the whole situation by taking a different route to school. And you guys are probably saying, oh, you're bitching out, you're an Uncle Tom, you're pissing on everything that we stood for. Well, now I'm pissing on everything that this young lady who got hit by a car because a young lady wanted 2 statues, which a park that no black people even really go to unless you're a wino or homeless. You know, I've only been to those parks twice. And because one time I was going to court and the other time, my ex-fiance, we went to F&M Bank. Hell, I didn't even know those parks existed until then. And in the park with Lee in it, I played Peter Fawcett for the Charlottesville Historical Museum. I've only been to that damn park twice, too, because I played Peter Fawcett, and the Union soldiers fed my ass that night. Thank you guys, by the way. And then, the fact that the Charlottesville Historical Society Museum is right there, and my acting instructor, Bill Ruff, we had met there to discuss that. But prior to that, the only other time I've been there is when we lived in the projects, and I had to go buy comic books, and I had to swing by the library, and the library is right fucking there. I've never seen no black people there that wasn't homeless or a wino. And all of this shit over some little girl's fantasy of moving a statue that wasn't bothering her. The son bitch collects bird shit every day. That's what the damn statues do. The statues do not jump off the mount. Hey, nigger! Statues don't do that. They're made out of tin foil and fucking damn ceramics. Some asshole baked it in the oven and put it there. They used a blowtorch or whatever the fuck they did back then in the 20s to put the statue up. Now, I ain't got a problem with the statues. I ain't have a problem with y'all renaming the park. I didn't have a fucking problem with any of this shit until somebody decided to die. You know, and she didn't even get an option on whether she wanted to die. Some other asshole decided, oh, I'm going to take somebody's life today. He probably wasn't planning on taking somebody's life. He was probably in what we would call white rage, and then he decided that I'm going to slam my car into 2 cars and kill an innocent person and wipe out 19 people. Yes, white rage does exist, just like black rage exists, and you probably can both use those in a court of law. People have. I don't know if they got off their charges, but people have. This shit must stop. So all you racist assholes out there, why don't all of you on both sides, black and white, and whoever the hell else has a problem with someone because of the color of their fucking skin, go sit in a forum with walls so that no one can die or have any weapons, and have an arbiter in the middle who loves white people, who loves black people, who loves Asian people, and let you guys have discussions on how to move forward and stop racism, because you can change a mind. You can change how you bring a child into this world. You can change who you are inside. You can't change who the hell you are on the outside unless you have a lot of money. Alright? And if you got a lot of money and you can afford surgery and bleach your skin and all that other bullshit, hey, more power to you. But you know what? Genetically speaking, no matter what you look like on the outside, if you're black and you bleach your skin to be white, that child's gonna come out dark. Unless you marry a pale ass white lady, your child's gonna come out dark. Alright? Now I have some nephews that are exceptionally light, more mulatto, they're lighter than me. They're not high yellow. They're like seriously off white. My mom is off white. In fact, my mom was so light she could pass for white. I lost her in Scottsville once. Now, for those who don't understand something, racism is only an issue because we let it become one. Racism could have been stopped a long time ago, but nobody wants to sit there and talk about race. Well, here's the thing. The only people who really belong in America are the Native Americans. The only people who don't really have rights are Native Americans. And why is that? Because Standing Rock lost the fight because of a man who swore to God before he was elected president that he would not touch Standing Rock, that he didn't have any investments in Standing Rock. And 2 days into his presidency, first motherfucking thing he did was rescind the protection order from Obama. And you guys think that he's not a fucking racist? He couldn't denounce the racist yesterday on the news. He couldn't say nothing bad about David Duke or any of those other people. And when the hell did David Duke become the Grand Wizard again? Yeah, I clearly missed something. I've been living under a rock or something. But you know, I've had my ear to the ground. You would think that racism would be something less. Well, let me explain something to all of you people who live in Charlottesville, who have not lived here, who just moved here. For 40 years of my life, I have experienced racism. Grade school, middle school, high school, college. I have experienced racism. At the core point of who I am, I have been a victim of racism. I wanted to make a movie a few years back called My America. I didn't make it because all of a sudden there was a serial rapist that they needed to catch, and he was black, and he was fucking it up for everybody else that was black. You know, I got pulled over. I'm not 6'4", I'm 5'3.5", but I got pulled over by 6 ATF agents who wanted blood of a black man who was wearing a Nautica jumpsuit. My shit was made out of denim. How the hell can you not tell denim from cotton is beyond me? But they wanted black blood. Now, last time I checked, he was also darker than me. Darker, taller, and weighed more. I'm 5'3". I'm about the size of the average Vietnamese woman. Why the hell would I try to rape a woman? Hell, some women are even stronger than me. Now, I don't do dumb shit, and I have 5 sisters. And I love mama. I would never, ever rape a woman willingly. Now, if somebody put a gun to my head and put a gun to her head, and we didn't have a choice, that's a whole different ball game. That shit will never fucking happen. But you never know. Situations lead you to bad things. But yesterday, that was a really bad situation. A young lady lost her life over 2 fucking statues there. One young black lady wanted the statues removed. One young white man wanted the statues to stay. What's wrong with y'all? Both of you need to be held accountable for it. The young black lady for getting this clusterfuck started. The young white man for letting the clusterfuck explode into a motherfucking death of a young woman and the injuries of 19 people and the death of 2 state police troopers flying a helicopter. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Every fucking one of you. Not the anti-protesters who were fighting to stop this bullshit, but for the assholes that eradicated the minds of young people and not let them think for themselves. They inbreed hate into people because of the color of their skin. The people who sit there and say, hey Johnny, when you see a black person or a person of color, you need to fuck them up because you have your Christianity God-given right to do so. Now, how about you think about this for a second? What if every Native American tribe decided that out of the blue they wanted to come into town, just start stealing rifles and shit and ammunition, and every time they seen someone who was black or European or Chinese or Japanese, which would be pointless because they're also Asian, and they just decided, let's take back America. let's form Onan, one Native American nation, and wipe everybody the fuck out in using guerrilla warfare tactics. So we would have our army versus every tribe, yet again. And it would have nothing but American genocide because you dumbasses can't decide that we're all American and we all want to be here. And then the Native Americans who have been robbed at every turn for the last century or two, still getting fucked over right now. Thank you, Donald Trump. You fucked over Standing Rock, and you can't even denounce these racist assholes that fucked up my city yesterday and took a life or two and injured 13 others. You're a real standout kind of guy. And these assholes that voted you in, are you guys even feeling this shit right now? Are you feeling the pain that Charlottesville's feeling right now? Lives have been lost. Your president, your leader, the racist, is doing whatever the fuck he wants. He's golfing right now, probably, on a Sunday, in New Jersey, on a working vacation. Well, here's my tip. Everybody deserves a vacation, but when you're the leader of the free world, you need to sleep with one eye open. You need to be aware of everything that's going on, and you need to be honest. I'm old enough to remember Jimmy Carter. Okay? Everybody told me Jimmy Carter was lying through his teeth. I don't know if that's true because I was in draws and Pampers. I don't remember Nixon, but I read about the Watergate thing, Deep Throat and all that, and Behind the Green Door. I read a whole bunch of stuff. This world here that we're going into, the world we're leaving for the next generation, if there is going to be a next generation with this shit going on with North Korea, you know, y'all better start worrying. I'm a vet. I ain't stopped worrying since I came home. But I was okay during the inaugurational stuff when they were like running for campaigns and all this bullshit because they all were giving us all a load of shit that we wanted to hear. You know, I was going to vote for Hillary when Obama was running, but somebody fucked me on election day and told me that I could only vote one time, so I didn't get to vote for the nominee. I got to vote for the president because I didn't know what my electoral rights were. But I will tell y'all this. If you're going to put people in charge of the world, then you need to put someone in charge of the world who's going to be honest and who's going to be fucking fair. I ain't asking for the whole 1,000, but at least give me 99.9% of the truth. If these assholes supported you and you were too scared that you were going to lose their support because that's how you got the fuck in here, hey man, these guys cost people their fucking lives. Fuck your goddamn support. You got millions. The fuck you need to worry about it for another term. You're gonna get what you want in this term and run like the fucking devil when you get it. That's why you're getting everybody off of that Russian thing, and that's why you're antagonizing North Korea so that people will forget that Russia helped you get in the fucking office. We're not gonna forget. And the people who voted you in, the white supremacy groups that are following you, and David Duke ousted you right fucking there. You know, when that shit comes back to get you, there'll be a special place in hell in the afterlife for you. I'll be there. And if I can have video cameras there, they'll be there. And if I can transmit the signal back up to the living world, it will happen. But since that's a fantasy and that's just not going to happen, all I can say is this. We got a long 4 years, people. Get your shit ready, batten the hatches, and buckle down. Because this guy that's leading us is a straight ass clown. Be seeing you.